What teams have stood out to you that actually look like contenders? Because I think there are a lot of teams that, started the season great and then have kind of, flustered a little bit here as of late. What are some of the teams you see as contenders?
Well, I mean, I'm not backing off what I said the first one. I mean, I think Houston's really, really good. Now they've got, I think, three of their next four on the road, so they could very easily drop one. But they're just so consistent. Their offense is unbelievably efficient. Their defense is as good as there is in the country, and so for me, Houston is really, really good. It pains me to say this, but Alabama's good. I mean, it kills me to say that, but I mean, you got to give credit. I mean, he's a very, very good coach, and it'll be interesting how they handle everything that they've got going on right now. Just a tragic situation, but they're a national title contender. They're that good. They're that good. They're so good on offense. If you look at their advanced metrics, I think they make 35% of their threes, and they get like 38% of their offensive rebounds on threes. So basically, that's just throughout the whole season. So basically, when they shoot a three, they have like a 47% chance to either make it or get the offensive rebound. I mean, it's a way to run good offense. I mean, I'd shoot a bunch of threes too if we could do that. So I think they are very, very good. I'm still, I'm a little bit hesitant on Purdue. I know a lot of people like them. If you just look at their history in the NCAA tournament, they haven't been very good. They haven't advanced. They got two freshman guards who are both very, very good and very, very talented. But I'm not as big of a believer in them. And so, I think Houston, I think Alabama. To me, those two are as good as anybody. Kansas, I love Kansas. I think Bill Self's one of the best coach. If I had to pick anybody to coach a team with my life on the line, it'd probably be Rick Pitino and Bill Self. I know that's probably a lot of people don't like that. I mean,
You're in good company, coach.
Yeah, you can take out all the other bullshit, and I mean they're as good a coach as I know. People are shocked. I like those two, but I mean they're the best. But I mean, Kansas has some. I mean, they're just they need one of the other big kids to step up. They need Ernest or one of the big kids. They need to step up. I'm just not sure how far the small ball can take them. In the tournament. So like I know they're ranked high. I know Purdue's ranked high. I'm not quite as high on those two as I am on Houston and Alabama. I'm not, as you could probably tell, I'm not a huge believer in Tennessee. I just don't think their offense is good enough. Their defense is great. I mean, they're going to have to catch fire to be able to make some things happen offensively in the NCAA tournament. You can't really trust. The motion and everything they've got going on with Vescovi and that sort of thing. So they're a very, very good team. They're an elite defensive team. It's just going to be can they bring their offense along. But you got to remember too, this time last year nobody was talking about North Carolina. If there's a silver lining for a team like Kentucky, they've got talent, they've got the pieces, kind of like North Carolina had last year. They just hadn't put it together. So there's somebody that's in that middle that's just kind of puttering along. UConn's lost 4 out of 5 since being ranked in the top 5. Their point guard play or lack of point guard play is catching up with them a little bit, but I still think, they've got as good a front line. They shoot the ball really well from 3. They got a bona fide pro in Jordan Hawkins. So I think there's a lot to like with those guys as well. So it'll be interesting. But for me, the two clear contenders are Houston and Alabama. If you put a gun to my head on going to the Final Four right now, I'd certainly take those two, which means they'll probably both lose this week to somebody. So Alabama probably lose to Vanderbilt, and Houston will lose one of these next road games they got coming up. But Those guys are consistent. They're good. I just think what they do translates really, really well to tournament basketball.